Hello, everyone, and happy Wednesday. I see a few of you jumping on already, so hello, Debbie. If you are watching, whether it's on YouTube or on Facebook, please in the comments below, just hello. Oh, Jan is there, and Ellen, hello. We are packing like crazy. We got a bunch of boxes over there that you can't see. Hello, Elaine. We are packing like crazy, getting ready for our various events. And, it is never, ever a dull moment around here. Ellen says it's Blur's Day. You have that right. The only thing that really keeps us straight is what our lives are and making sure that we show up here for you guys. Got some good stuff to show you today. I mean, it's always good stuff, but we actually had some fun. So we have some new storage items from Tu. So Darlene and I spent probably a good hour putting all kinds of things in there. So we're going to save that till the end. The Tu stuff is at the end. And we've got some restock items. We've got some brand new items. Everything should be loaded up on the website. We quickly uploaded the last little bit just before we went live. Hello, Donna. Hello, Hannah. Good to see everybody. Ellen saying there is some very cute stuff. So clearly, Ellen has been in the new arrival section, taking a pre-live assessment of things. But before we get into too many things, we got a couple of announcements. So I'm going to go over here to my announcement screen, and things are just a hopping. So tomorrow, which is Thursday, April the 9th. Had to think. I didn't even know what month it was, when I should. But my sweet friends over at Scrapbook and Cards have given me such amazing support with my We All Have Baggage collection. And the one and only Megan is going to be doing a live stream tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So perfect timing for everybody to kind of get home from their day, have their dinner, grab a cup of tea, or maybe a bowl of ice cream, or if you still have Easter candy left over. She is going to be showing some of the creations she made with my collection, and then you will be creating a card in real time. So she is going to be creating it on screen. I'm not even 100% sure which one she is going to be creating live for you, but it is super, super exciting. This all coincides with the official launch on spellbinders.com. So it'll be out there for many shoppers. You guys got first advantage. Knowing the designer here, I don't know why I'm pointing, you can't see me, but it is super exciting to have this final stage of the launch really become a reality. So we're super excited and so very grateful that Catherine and Megan have been such an amazing support. I'm really excited. I'll be there in the comments. I know some of you, the rest of you have already said you have clicked the notify button. This will be on the Scrapbook and Cards Today YouTube channel, not ours. Ellen says, we are special because you are special. Thank you, Ellen. That is very kind. I've been having an emotional day today, so let's just not even go there. There is no crying in live streams. What else is going on? So as many of you know, Scrap Fest in Kitchener is just around the corner. It is next weekend, Friday, April 17th and Saturday, April 18th. It is the last Scrap Fest at the Kitchener Auditorium. Not the last Scrap Fest ever, but the last one at this location. So we are going to go out with a bang. Please do note that for obvious reasons, the store itself will be closed on that Friday and Saturday. So don't come here to Stouffville to see us. Come to Kitchener and see us on the Saturday. You can buy tickets at the door and come in and shop the marketplace, even if you're not part of the crop. So come and see us. I think from the last check. The weather forecast is looking pretty good for next weekend. And I think it's going to be an awesome weekend to get your craft on and see everything that is going on. And just for that, I think we need a big round of applause. Now, further to that Scrapfest messaging, if you would like to place an order for pickup at Scrapfest, Monday is the deadline. All you're going to do is you are going to shop the website just like you normally would. You are going to choose store pickup as your delivery option. And in the order notes, you are going to write pickup at Scrapfest. Now, please note, we do ask for photo ID when you come and pick up. So if it's not your name that's on it, or if you have a friend that is going to pick up for you, please make sure that that is all noted, because if those notes aren't there, we will not release that order. There is a tab on our website that talks about the process and everything else for pickup at Scrapfest. Once orders close on Monday, Tuesday, Darlene and I will probably spend a good chunk of the day going through all the orders, going through all the bags, getting everything ready to go. And there will be an email that goes out with further steps and instructions. So please be on the lookout for that if you have already placed an order. Lastly, talking about offsite events, we're gonna poke out the side here. Here at St. Mary's is where Matt and I will be this weekend. The group in St. Mary's have been huge supporters of PCW through the pandemic and ever since. And we are so honored to be the on-site store for their fundraising crop. The Friendship Center is a beautiful, beautiful location where they've got a big community room. There are sports activities. I know the folks do special teas and events. There's line dancing classes. They do their crafty D-stash sale there. They have all kinds of activities. They do classes. They get together. And so this is a really great opportunity to fundraise and support the Friendship Center, support our friends out there in St. Mary's. And because we're there, you can come and shop if you are in the St. Mary's area. So St. Mary's, Stratford, London, that whole neck of the woods. Definitely pop in and see us. Our little pop-up shop will be open from 10 until 5. 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. We tend to pack up and head home after that when all the ladies go for dinner. But we would love to see you, especially if you're not someone who gets to come out this way to see us at the store. Come and see us at the pop-up in St. Mary's. Okay, that's it for announcements. I am going to close this one off. We are going to switch to the overhead, which is this one here. And I have some restocks to talk to you about and a couple of little new arrivals that we forgot to mention last week. So first and foremost, these guys. So these were hot, super hot, no pun intended, sellers for Spellbinders, and they are finally back in stock. And actually, they're actually not in stock anymore. We got a nice little selection of these, but Spellbinders is sold out again. So the very popular Dumpster Fire, I think when we first got this in, I don't even know that we got a chance to show it because it sold so quickly. It is a stamp and die set, so you've got the little die set here to create the cute little dumpster on fire, and you've got some great sentiments. You're my favorite bad idea. Slightly on fire, but absolutely killing it. Let's skip today and try again tomorrow. And if you're gonna burn brightly. So some really fun, cheeky, let's just get through it kind of messaging, and they are so much fun. I'm actually playing around with a sample using the one light behind this as well. So once I get that done, I will bring that in to share with you. And then this one, for those of us who really are of a certain age, I know my girlfriend and I and our husbands always joke that we are almost at that level that when we get together, one of the big topics of conversations is what medication are you on? Favorite side effect is a super cute little set, again, a stamp and die set. You've got your pill and your pill bottle. You've got all kinds of little accessories for it. And then once again, some great cheeky sentiments. If only adulting came in chewable form. Take 2 and text me in the morning. Wish this pill came with a nap. That's definitely the two of us today. The sun has been lovely, but it also kind of made us a little sleepy. If you're happy and you know it, it's your pill, and now available in barely holding it together strength. So super cheeky, super fun, and would be really, really easy to put together. You know, it'd be fun would be to punch a little hole in there and make him have dancing legs as well, like the dancing guys. So those are 2 Spellbinders dies that are back in stock and ready for you guys to purchase. Who tuned into my Learning Live last night?
I did.
Darlene did. I know a few of you did as well. Ellen says, I don't know who created those, but they are so funny. They really are good for a good smile. Anyways, last night I created this wonderful little retro jean jacket shaker card using all kinds of great shaker bits. What I forgot to mention, or maybe I did mention it, but these are some new shaker elements that we received from Trinity Stamps. And the reason why we haven't shown it yet is because I think April 7th, which was only on yesterday, was the official release. So first off, there's these little guys. So these ones are called Bath Water, and they're little teeny tiny balls in blue shades of blue. Darlene and I think we're going to make a pill capsule using this, but this would be fun for any kind of bath or seaside type shaker that you do. And then this one, if you like the build a cocktail with Lawn Fawn, look at this. We've got, they look like little ice cubes. And in fact, they are called bitty ice cubes. So those would make some really great shaker elements as well. And then in these cards last night, I used the stars. These ones are called Tiny Pastel Stars Confetti. And we've got the Pixel Pop confetti. So definitely taking you back to the 80s and having those pixel squares. To go along with those, we also have the Radiant Rings confetti. So really fun, pretty pastel colors, perfect for spring, and great for those shakers. Whether you're using it with a shaker window from Waffle Flower or just using your traditional acetate and foam tape, these will make some great additions to your shaker elements. So those are things that we've missed in the past and are happy to share with you this week. Next, I'm going to turn it over to our Waffle Flower specialist because Sunday was tricky because it was Easter Sunday, so we didn't do a lot of splash with the Waffle Flower release, but we're going to make up for it today.
So we have our new release from Waffle Flower, and it was a lot of postage collage, which is one of my favorites. So let's start off because there's quite a little bit. Let's start with the Picture Perfect detail. There is a stamp set. There is a stencil. And then there is the sentiment stamp set. So what this does is if you get only the stamp set, the stencil, the Picture Perfect stencil, it gives you this look. It reminds me of the Impressionists, the way they painted, without like the details of the faces. So that gave me the Impressionist look. And what they did was that you can leave it as is, or you can pair it up with the stamp set. So it's one solid stamp that I found it was the easiest to use, a stamp positioner tool, like the Misty, to stamp because it's one block that gives you the details. So to give you a look on what that looks like, so that stamp set gives you the floral details, the faces to the girl and the gentleman here, the face to the dog and the cat here, as well as the flowers. So 2 different looks depending on your style. I think they're both pretty unique in its own little way. And of course, they have 2 little sentiments here that says, thanks for making life more vibrant. You bring so much color to my world. Or they have this additional stamp set called Picture Perfect. You're a real work of art. You're truly one of a kind. Hello. Hope your day is picture perfect. Hope today is frame worthy. Our friendship is truly a masterpiece. You're made to stand out. You're simply classic. So that is called Picture Perfect. And then we had some really cool called the wavy lines. I'm just going to bring them out because we have them in 3 different sizes. So we have the traditional A2 wavy lines, we have the mini slim line, and we also have the A7. So 3 different sizes. A2 is the standard postage collage. It fits really nicely in those windows. These ones will work with the A7 postage collage or the mini slim line. So what the wavy lines does, it creates these, actually maybe I'll use this sample. I've been trying different color combos. It creates this little wave look. So you could do sunset, you could do water, you could do, grass and the sky. It creates that different look. So you can get them in 3 different sizes. And if you pair them up with stamp sets and stuff like that, it creates a different look. So I'll come back to these. So this is a wavy line, wavy lines. And then you have the inner block stencils. So these are great fillers for things that we didn't know that we were missing with the postage collage. So once again, we have the A2 size, the A7 size, and the mini slim line. So if you're wondering what this stencil does, they have the shapes. It is, if you look at the postage, I have brought mine here. In the actual die cut, whichever size that you buy, they have these shapes in it, these postage shapes. And you can die cut them in color, but what they've done now is you take the stencil and you can actually color in the center, leaving a little white frame in the, on the outside. So it will color in these empty holes to create, and that way you don't have to use your cardstock. But it's a great place to stamp your little postage stamp. So the circle will fit in the mini circle, the square will fit in the square, and that way, so this is the inner block stencil. So this colors in the shapes now.
So this one only works for the A2 though, correct?
Yes, and oops, sorry, I took it off the magnet. I can fix that. This one works only for the A7. And
so
this
there
one
is one for each one.
Yes, because if you have all 3 sets, all the shapes are different sizes. All the different sizes, so you can work them in and out. Thank you so much, Sherry. So the A7 ones, you could tell the oval is so much bigger than the A2 oval. So these block will color in that the inside of that oval. And the same thing with the mini. This inner one will color in the blocks of the mini stencil.
And I think it's important to note that these are some nice basic shapes. So even if you don't have the dies necessarily, or you choose not to use the dies, you could create some really fun little backgrounds just using the basic shapes.
I totally agree. So there is that one. That's my set. So we'll put that. So those are the inner block stencils. That was very hard. And then let's go into the postage collage. And when I saw this, I'm like, we need all the things because I love postage collage. So let's start with the ones that we know of, which is the postage collage stencils. We have a dad and the mom. And this is the dad one here. So the dad, you have the toolbox, the recliner, the barbecue, the sports, the love dad little mug, and the stack of books. So that is for the dad. And then with the mom one here, you have like the bag, the bouquet of flowers, the running shoes, the book
as well. Thank you card.
Yes. And then I love this, the handheld, like the little kid with the mom holding hands, and then, our coffee cup or hot chocolate cup as well. So these are the 2 stencils for dad and mom. And they did it specifically for Father's Day and Mother's Day, but you can pair it up with anything like a birthday or, an anniversary, and you can mix and match. So some of the classes I've done is showing you how you can mask them off and interchange your different stencil sets, right? So let's say Your dad doesn't like to barbecue. Keep that one empty and add one of the other sets and add it in that spot. So,
or if your mom likes to read,
you can,
with her coffee cup,
right? You can skip out the flower bouquet. So I love how you can interchange it by just moving your stencils around. So these are the postage collage stencils. There is a stamp set. Sherry, can you grab me the stamp set? Far right, second one. Yeah, that one there.
This one?
Yes, our die set is sold out, but there is this, no, the one beside it, the one with the shapes. Sorry. I don't see it here, this one. So this is the mom and dad postage collage stamp set. So there's little elements that you can see that I've added into the stencil here. So best mom, thank you mom. I took my original stamp set to add like the 50 cents, the 30 cents. Same here for the dad. There's this one here that thank you dad. There's best dad ever. So adding those little details. We are sold out on the coordinating die set. So if you are looking for that, send us an email and we can order that in with our next release next month. So that is the stamp set to go with the stencils. And then, of course, you have the two silhouettes. They have the dad set and the mom set. And this was really fun. I liked how when she created you have different ages. So you have where the girl is older or, the boy is younger. So there is different stamp sets. You can see that, there is a baby or there's an older daughter or a little boy and an older boy. So it's really nice to see that. But I had so much fun playing with it. Here is where you could see the wavy line stencil. It creates a nice background with it as well. So, and I used the stamp set as well as the mom and dad sentiment stamp, which I'll show you in a second, but I want to show you the dad version. Here is my dad version. So, I had to add purple in there, but just love the look. So I did it really specific mom and dad. But here is one with no sentiments where I combined it. There's dad and mom. So if you had an anniversary for your mom and dad or, any occasion.
It'd be a cute baby shower card
too.
Yeah.
Just mixing it up. So lots of fun here. I also only use 2 colors. The other ones I use 4 colors just to show you the versatility. With the sentiment, you get a little bit more. Lots of love. Mom, love you so much. Grateful for you. With love. Sending love today and always. Always your baby. Lucky to have you. Happy Father's Day. Happy Mother's Day to the best dad ever. To the best mom ever. And you are the best. And then there's dad. And then there's mama. They put mama in there as well. Wonder why there's no papa in there. But yeah, right? Because they have mama and mom, but no papa. So that is the mom and dad silhouette and sentiment set.
But wait, there's more.
There's a couple more, yes. So here is the stamp and die set. This is called Frames, Postage Collage Frames. The release, I think it was last month, they had the actual dies that gave you the nice imprint. They changed it up. This one here is a stamp set. So when you stamp it, it gives you the really nice indentations of that decoration and the matching die to go with it. So with these frames, if you notice, they fit on the outside of these postage collage. So you can put little frames over them. So let's say you cut them apart and you just want to use one of these little openings. You can frame it for a scenery or just in the middle of your card. So that is called frames.
Those been really fun on layouts as well, that you could put a photo in behind it.
Yes. And that would be nice, like any layouts,
like
your
a family
mini
tree
album
type thing.
Yeah. I was already thinking of, Friends with their frame, right?
Yeah.
That's the first thing.
We have to have a Friends version.
Right? Yeah. Lastly, for the postage collage is our most favorite are these little dainty ones. So now they have come up with the square postage die. It gives you this really nice square shape with the stitching. And if you wanted something in the middle, they have the square postage daffodil stencil. You just go step by step to create this really cute daffodil stencil to go inside the square frame. Really like that. So they've come out almost not every postage collage, but they come out with a lot of shapes. So we had the oval that came out with a little slice of cake. There was the circle. And there was a rectangle. So we've had a few of their shapes. And I love how dainty that you could just add to your cards.
But correct me if I'm wrong. You don't have to use the daffodil. You could use that
any.
same shape, that same size of square from any of your postage collage.
If you just mass and cut it off, you could use it for anything. I just love the shape too. And lastly, they have some sentiments because, you know, we all need a good sentiment die. They have the print mom word. So you have mom as well as the shadow. You have dad and the shadow. And lastly, you have love you. So I love how love is scripted, and then you have the print font in you, and it also has that little shadow as well. So that is our April release for Waffle Flower.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Darlene, but we are planning to bring
Yes.
whatever we have of these to Scrap Fest.
Yes.
So if you are going to be in Kitchener and you want to see these in person, Darlene has done some amazing samples that we will have for you to look at, for you to touch and feel. Though don't touch it too much or the ink may run. But come and see us at the Green Booth.
Yes, we'll have the new
Fest.
release, some of our favorites, and of course the starter, the dies that you would need, and the block dies. So we'll have it all there.
They were very popular last year, and so
Yes.
we'll be bringing them back this year.
Yeah, so that is Waffle Flower.
Darlene, or Ellen is saying, I think they sold out already of the square frame. Or
Waffle Flower themselves have sold out, but we ordered plenty to make sure we had some stuff, some to bring to Scrap Fest, so we're okay with the store. But Waffle Flower is sold out on theirs because it's on pre-sale right now.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Hey, it's good to have the stock when we need
Right?
it, right?
So if you're looking for one, grab yours now.
Come and see us at Scrap Fest.
Yeah.
All right. Ellen says it's called See with the Hands. Yep.
See with the
totally,
hands, yeah.
totally understand. Look with your eyes. Okay, I have 2 new paper collections that just arrived yesterday. And I think these are really fun. Really, really fun.
Darlene thinks it's fun.
Darlene's already taken one of everyone home. So let me start with the paper pack. These are from Stamperia or Stamperia. We're not 100% sure how that brand name is pronounced. So I apologize if we have mispronounced it. But this is the art of traveling. So let's look at those beautiful scenes on this paper. And so you can see on the back here that each paper does have a different scene. This one's got the little streetcar. This has the row of houses, the row of doors. We've got bricks on the back, lots of cobblestones, some great cut-aparts, fussy cutting elements here, and some map pages. What a gorgeous, gorgeous collection. Very soft, has a very watercolory feel to it, but still has that vibrance. So I think this one is really going to be a big seller, and it does not necessarily have to be destination travel. Even though, Stamperia being a European brand, it does have that European flair. That doesn't mean you can't use it for road trips around Ontario or wherever you are traveling this summer. So I think that is really beautiful. That is the paper collection. We do also have it in the 8x8, which is the same thing, just scaled down. We have some chipboard die cuts. So these are nice and thick. They will really give some dimension to your page. Love that little suitcase. We've got, looks like a shop vignette in the back. No, there's no pictures. The little car with the luggage. So some really fun elements. And then over a sea of clouds. See if I can read. Store. Nope. Can't read that one. Can't get all the words in there. But that's lots of fun. And then we have the ephemera. So the die cuts are that chipboard. So they're that little bit thicker. The ephemera is very much your flat cardstock weight pieces around the world. Some little postage stamps, the bench, a person, the row of houses again. This one's got a picture on the back. So that is the art of traveling. And then
which I didn't know because I'm so used to ephemera and stuff, you just glue them on. So the ephemera ones are adhesive. They have a backer that you can peel off.
Well, there you go.
Tanya told me that. I'm like,
I guess that word adhesive is kind of the giveaway.
Yeah, I totally.
But yes, that is good to know. These are our stickers. So go ahead and peel and stick. Or if you wanted to pop it up on foam squares, personally, I would just leave the backing on and put my foam squares on it. So that is good to know. Thank you, Tanya, for that tip. And we have been dabbling in some of these junk journaling books and getting really positive responses to it. So we have a junk journal book for the art of traveling.
Our first one from them.
This is our first one, and guess what? We can open it. Did you already open yours?
I opened mine, and even though Matt did it here, we were impressed on it because if you're not a big fussy cutter, I think
they punch out,
and they're double-sided. So the almost like the laser cuts from 49 Market
from Arden.
Yes.
Yeah. So here you've got the lady looking to the left. Here you've got the same lady looking to the right. Same die cut, 2 options. That is brilliant. You do have some nice patterns, some backgrounds. These feel like this is a sticker sheet. So this one obviously will not be double-sided, but the punch-out ones are. There's your brick background as well. I don't know. I think this is a junk journal book that even I could get behind. This looks like a lot of, here's some great sentiments. A different walk, changing environment. Traveling enriches the soul. Reach for the clouds, touch the sky. Here's the one that I couldn't read. Stories that are not forgotten. Traveling in company is more fun. With your kitty cat, the world turns when you start moving. Some great little call outs down here. So what a beautiful and versatile book for any travel you might be doing. Donna says she's really enjoying the paper she's getting from Stamperia. So that is really great feedback. And we love to hear that. We love to know if you take this home and try a new brand that we have brought in, please let us know, because we don't always know if you bought it and then didn't like it or if you bought it and absolutely loved it. So that is Art of Traveling.
Yes.
And then there is A New Beginning. And especially with the Artemis 2 launch and excursions, everything else, I believe they were landing today. We haven't heard.
Yeah, we haven't.
Well, we haven't had the radio on. So hopefully that went well. But some great little space characters here. I know Charlie is really big into like all those inventors and graphic drawings and that kind of thing. Some very philosophical, like the tree coming out of the earth. Earth Day should be coming up soon as well. Isn't it usually April 20th-ish? That would be beautiful for something like that. So once again, this is your 12 by 12 pack that has 10 double-sided sheets. That is important information. Did we get the I know we got the 2, but did we get this in the 12 by 12? No. Okay. So 12 by 12, you've got the 1 option for the papers, double-sided sheets, 10 of them in total, lots of great elements. That's what it looks like. So some fussy cutting, some cut apart cards, so on and so forth. And then we have the 8 by 8 scaled down version of this guy. But wait, we've learned something. Here is the large size pad, otherwise known as the maxi pad. We're going to walk away from that. What we have learned is that this pack and this pack have the same prints, but what this pack does is it is all single-sided. So if you don't want to be the kind of person who has to decide between A side and B side, then you want to go with the larger pack. The smaller one is double-sided, so you do have to choose which one you're using, but at the end of the day, you are getting the same papers. So just a very interesting way to approach the different papers. And again, that 8 by side is perfect if you are doing mini albums, junk journals, all of that kind of stuff. So those are the 8 by 8. There is a cards collection. So if you like cut apart cards, these ones are already cut apart for you. But look at the sweet little robot. And this is the young girl, and she's painting or drawing that architectural drawing of the tree on the earth. And then there's the rockets and the astronaut, some little tags, some little pieces, a great variety of things. If you would prefer to make cards versus, scrapbooking, journaling, etc. Linda said she just Googled, they're supposed to land Friday night off California. I thought I heard them say that they were coming. I don't know. We'll find out, and hopefully they will complete their mission successfully. And Sorum said, oh no, where did that come? Oh no, I just placed another order. Sorry, not sorry. Chief Enabler Officer here, the boss lady here. Can't say that I'm too sorry, but I know you will have fun creating with these. And Alan is just squealing over the robot. So that is super cute.
Well, I have to say their creativity. So if you have not seen on Facebook or Instagram, Stamperia did their introduction video.
Oh, okay.
And they made it look like you were in a video game when they launched this collection.
Oh, really?
It was really cool because I thought I was watching some commercial and all of a sudden they're like, from Stamperia, the beginning.
If you can tag me in that, we'll have to share that on our page.
It was really cool.
I think it'll be nice for us to have them walk us through the collection and learn more about it. Once again, we have the die cuts. These are the chipboard elements. And then we have the adhesive ephemera. And it's funny, they do have a little bit of a fun little sparkle to it as well. So that must be whatever material they use to print and cut the stickers. I think that's a lot of fun. A new beginning. And then one last thing that we got that we thought, goes really well with this collection is a clear stamp. So once again, here's your tree on the earth. And wouldn't that be absolutely beautiful to watercolor? You've got your cityscape here. You've got some planets. New doors are opening. Believe in your light. These would make some amazing graduation cards for someone who is finishing school, going out in the world, a new beginning, new opportunities, grow your life. I think there's a lot of potential with this stamp set. Maybe this will have to be a Learning Live. If we have any left by the time I do the next Learning Live.
New doors are opening.
Yeah, exactly.
New jobs, anything.
Exactly. New home.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. New doors on your home. So that is Stamperia. All right. Time to bring out the big guns. So when we originally saw the organized option, aka 2, the artist formerly known as Totally Tiffany, we had the opportunity to order the basic boxes. And for a variety of reasons, supply issues, manufacturing issues, etc., those did not come with the launch pieces. But they are here now. Actually, before I get into basic boxes, I will also tell you the chastity is finally here. So we have Stephanie, that is for your longer ink pads, your 49 and Market, your Simon Hurley, your Gina K, the full size ones, those rectangle ones, that is Stephanie. Chastity is 100% designed for your square or potentially round. I think it's Alta New that has the circle ink pads. But these are finally here. If you were someone who pre-ordered these, we have filled those and got those ready for you. But if you haven't picked these up yet, really great element to hold your, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought, your square ink pads, your Tim Holtz Distress Oxides, your Distress, your full size, all of those good things. Now with a zipper closure. So if you remember before, the Velcro came over and you couldn't see anything. Well, now you can see it all. The zipper makes it easy to open. You've got your finger holes to pull out your tower. And it is one of my favorite all-time items from Tiffany. Yes. So this is now in stock. And then let's get back to those basic boxes. And boy, we've got a trolley full here. So the basic boxes, let me show you. What did we do with the one in the packaging? Darlene put it away so we wouldn't lose it. Just one of them is fine.
Well, we'll probably need it for sizes, right?
Okay, yes, exactly. So there are five different sets. Each set comes with 3 in the package. So simple A, B, C, D, and E. Let's start with that's B, that's C, E. Let's put these in order. D and A. So box number A is our largest box. We do have the measurements here. And like I said, you get 3 in a box. They fold together really easily. And this is, it's not the same, but I'm going to say it's comparable to the slide, stash, and store. So
your bottom.
Bottom ones. Yes. They actually, 10 inches looks a lot smaller than I think I originally planned. Or, so it's not quite a 12 by 12. You're not going to fit your paper in here. And even if you were going to try and do your 8.5 by 11, they do get a little heavy. And as you can see, we definitely pulled all kinds of things to show you what will fit inside. So the A box is 3 inches wide by 4 inches tall by 10 inches long. So if we go this way, 3, oh, you can't see me, 3, 4, 10. This will, of course, fit the 9 by 6 tab dividers quite nicely. It also fits, we must have taken them out. It also fits our 9 by 6 PCW magnets and the envelope storage pouches that go in there. But other things you can put in here, because Darlene and I are like, we have all these things we need to store. What are we going to store? Oh, we put it over there. So there is your 9 by 6 magnet. If you like them landscape, then they fit nicely there. We've got our T-squares in here. And a lot of these things we are putting in with packaging. So there may be a little bit more wiggle room when you take the packaging off. If you need a place to store your extra tape runner refills, and I know this is a big challenge that I have at home. I've had to bend the cardboard, cut it off, that kind of thing. Look how nicely it fits in there. Embossing folders. Now that they are this super amazing 5.5 by 8.5 size, they're great for using, but how do you store them? Basic box number A. Christina Werner stencil sets. Basic box A. But wait, there's more. You can put that back in the other one. Over here in this one, if you need a place to store your grip mats, your sticky mats from from Misty, your die cutting plates. Darlene pulled these out and this was genius. So whether you've got Crafter's Companion, whether you've got Spellbinders, whether you've got Sizzix, this is a great place to store all your plates. Your Scout plates, your universal plate system. It is the perfect size. It's not too long, it's not too short, and these will all fit on a basic Kallax unit if you have IKEA storage. And I would think that these will also fit just on a regular bookshelf because those are usually 11 inches. So with this being 10 inches, it is the perfect size. Now, one other thing to note, much like the not so high ones that we had with the initial release, if you want to clip a bunch of them together, the basic clips and your clip tool will work really well to clip them together. Darlene's handed me the tool. I don't know that I've ever used this tool, so I'm going to tag team. She's going to take over with that. But yes, you can clip them together so that when you put them on your shelf, they're all going to come off your shelf at the same time.
So first thing you have to do is they come empty, so you have to stick all your little clips inside. And then I'll show it to you once I get one out. But you put 2 of the bins, the containers together, boxes together. There is a little slot here at the bottom that you're going to, oh, hold on, wrong side. Maybe that would be it. Right there, and you're going to push this white little button down all the way, and it gets clipped so that it won't lose, depending on how many. They're easy to remove. It's just so you're not prying with your fingernails to open them. That's why there's this tool. To put them in, you're just going to slide them on the top here and just push them in. They snap in really nicely. Little fun gadget because now you don't have to break your fingernail, and of course one doesn't want to come out.
There you go. Yeah, you probably only need one at each end to hold them together.
Yeah.
Or if you really have a long shelf, you could do it short end to short end.
And you can clip as many together as you want to, which is really cool.
Yeah. And one other reason why this would be of interest to you, I'm going to see if this one has a picture. Yep. We haven't tried it yet. We do have a trolley upstairs, one of those Raskorg or whatever they're called from IKEA, or I think there was a Michael's version as well. They will fit in your trolley. So you could really create a fun organizational system, mix and match your box sizes so that they fit in there and you've got all your tools, all your supplies, if you've cut down some cardstock, you could have it there, your Copic markers, all of that good stuff, all right at your fingertips. And just having those clips will just keep them from sliding around. So that is basic box number A. Give that to you. Do you want to talk about B?
Sure.
Okay, so there's B.
So this is basic box B, right in the front here, and it measures 7.5 by 3, and then the height is 4 inches. I thought this was a really cool size to fit so much goodies. So let's show you what fits inside.
All of the boxes in these 5 sizes are 4 inches tall, so they will be even across the board.
That way it looks nice too.
Yeah, nice and
when you're displaying
organized.
it. So we have our 6x6 stencils fit inside. If you have bigger die sets like the Spellbinders one where packaging is longer, or, with our large clear pockets, they fit nicely standing upwards. You can still flip through them while you're looking through. It also fits our stencil pouches. Of course, our 9x6 magnets that will go into our storage pockets.
Yeah. So this one would be vertical, whereas the previous one would be horizontal.
Yep. And then we have the 6x6 flip flap tabbed divider pockets, fit really nicely in here as well. And the 5x7. So a lot of these configurations work depending on how you want to use it. So let's say you have lots of stencils. I like to put my stencils in little pockets so that way they don't get caught onto each other and then ripping. And then you could just flip. So I love the size of that. So that is one, but there's more.
But wait,
there's more for basic box B. If you have Copic refills or any like writing instruments, so Copic, like any markers, pencils, crayons, it fits really nice in here. So here is us just showing that the refills work. You can put the markers, you can stack your ink pads. The rectangle ones fit really nicely because that way you're not digging all the way through to grabbing it. We've also included the little ephemera rolls from Arden. Fits nicely and stored in this little one. So this is basic box B.
We also think that, as much as we showed it to you showed you the picture of the trolley, we're talking about your in-home storage. If you're going to a class or if you're taking a class and you want to get your desk organized, just have a couple of these and put the stuff that you need just for that class. Pack up your bag using these boxes and put them in your duffel bag, your tote bag, your lowest tote, your crop and create bag, all of those kinds of things. It'll help keep everything organized and keep it in its place so that you're not digging and taking everything out of your bag to make sure you have all this stuff. So that was B. That was A. Okay, C. C is a fun one. This one I think I will use a lot of. This is your basic box. C, the measurement is 3. Let me grab one. So once again, it is 3 inches this way, it is 4 inches this way, and then it is 6.5 inches this way. So this to me is the ideal storage solution for your stamps and your dies. As long as they're not the big giant sets like our friend Christina likes to do, like Gina likes to do, your Lawn Fawn, your basic waffle flower, your hero, your Spellbinders, everything in here is ideal. And for me, what I would do is probably have them stacked a couple behind each other. We don't think you can get 2 side by side.
No, I think it was too wide.
Because it's 6.5 If it was 6, you probably could get 2, but 6.5. But what you could do is have 1 row this way and then do another couple of rows this way, because this is 3. So you could make that work. This will absolutely fit your card bases in whatever size it is that you want to work. So whether it's 5 by 7, 4 1/4 by 5.5, you could fit your larger ephemera packs like the Arden ones. You can fit your 6 by 6 stencils. I know we showed it in another box, but it will also fit in here. And again, your lawn fawn. Your magnets can either go horizontal or vertical, depending on how you want to store it. We've got our storage pockets, all of that good stuff. Your postage collage, that beautiful collection that Darlene just showed, fits in nicely there. And then your 4 by 6 tab divider pockets. So this would be really easy to keep everything very compact, very organized, and
it'd be great for photos. Like
Oh,
if you're
that's a great idea.
we print a lot of photos, so having one of those and having tab dividers, you could sort your photos and have it ready to go.
And I think as long as you don't have too many of these tall ones in here, like it's still holding up, it's not toppling over, and still gives you kind of that flippability that you can flip through and see exactly what you want, what you're looking for your project. But wait, there's more. There is more and more. So that is box number 1.
These are just some ideas.
We could have spent all day just looking for this. This is one of my favorite ideas if you have lots of boxes and rolls of hot foil. Ta-da! You can fit 2 across. And in reality, these fitting 2 across because the first 3 that we've shown you are all this 3 inches wide. If you have a few rolls, go for the smaller one. If you have a ton of rolls, go for the larger one. But I love how they just nest so nicely in this box. And again, what I would probably do is write the color name on the top of the box so I don't have to pull them out. But if you decided you wanted to pull them out, you could easily.
Well, you could write it, but you know how when we always foil, there's always that extra piece that we throw in the garbage? Cut it and put it on top. Then you see it.
Or use your solid plate and create a piece of cardstock that has your foil, like a little swatch. So that is the C box. Okay, Darlene's going to do D for Darlene. D for Darlene. It was meant to be. These are the cute little ones.
They're here, 3 little cute ones. So they are 4 inches tall, like Sherry said, and they're 3 by 2. So look how dainty and cute these are.
So I think this one, the 3 is that way compared. So it would stack.
Yes, the same as
Sorry,
here.
I don't mean to get grabby here.
No,
but
here.
Yeah, so you could stack. Oh, it's a little bit. Come this way a little bit.
But
there
then
we go.
if you clip them together, and then you can have a little pocket.
Yeah.
But this will be nice if you're at a crop or something. You can put your pens and rulers there so you don't
It's just
lose
nice
it.
to have the little divider.
Yeah.
We also tried some of these boxes in the zip and go bags. So again, if you want some compartmentalization within a larger bag, you can put them in the smaller bag.
So what I liked about the little ones that you could fit the little things. So of course you can fit the 3x4 magnetic sheets in here nicely, but I know, and Sherry knows, we have a lot of these things, these doodads, the gems, the enamel dots, you know, the sprinkles from Doodlebug, the Doodle Pops, but they fit really nicely that you can have them contained in one spot. But I thought, now a lot of these companies are coming out with the fun interactive elements, right? So I have the snap and spins in here. I have the wobblers. You can have them in both sides, the spinners. So you can have a designated spot, basic box, for all your interactive elements. So that way your brads can go in here, and that way you can go to one place and find all your little fun stuff. So these are D.
And then on top of it, your markers, your scissors, your pens, your blending brushes,
Can
all
fit.
of those things that you want to just have at your fingertips. So that was D. D for dainty.
Yes.
There we go. All right. And then the box number 5, box number E. Remember all the stuff that we told you about measurements? That these are all like 4 by 3? Sorry, I'm showing. They're all 4 by 3. This one breaks the rules a little bit. This one is 5 by 4 by 5. So it is very similar to a cube type shape. It is a little bit smaller. So stamps and things might be, well, we might be okay with them. But let me just pull one out and show you. And we've got some really smart ideas for it. So this one is 4 inches by 5 inches by 5 inches. So you could spin, well, I guess 5 by 5 and 4 is the height. So it is a square all the way around. But it will fit magnets.
Probably fit.
It probably, it will fit these. Again, there's a little bit of wiggle room, but once you get them on the magnet in your storage pouch. Oh, Donna said erasers. Absolutely. Erasers would work really well in these little guys. Your foam squares. So we've got your foam squares in here. This, I think, was the absolute best idea. Your score tape. You want to know where your score tape is? It's in my e-box. Your glue dots, your ephemera packs, they will also fit nicely in here. And you can't go crafting without some snacks.
Good hiding spot.
Why not? Make sure the kids don't get into it. Hide it in with your craft supplies. And then you always have the snacks and they don't. In box number 2, this could be a nice catch-all where you've got your glue bottles, your refill boxes of, Barely or whatever. And we know we often get customers asking, well, how do you store your finished cards? What do you do with them? Where do you put them? We now have those fun little plastic sleeves that you can put them in. But still, what do you do with them next? Well, box number E is perfect for all your finished cards. Here's one here with that plastic sleeve on there. So they just nest away. Again, you could clip a second one in behind. And then when your husband or your kids or somebody comes to you and says, I need a card, you can say, go to my eBasic box and see what you can find. So a great way to store all of those finished cards so that they are protected and nice and safe and easy to find. Ellen says the deeper drawers of the IKEA Alex drawer set, the 4-inch boxes will fit. That's a great suggestion. Thank you, Ellen. I know I don't have that particular set, but it's great to know that those will fit in. And again, you clip them together so that they don't shift around and move, and you can store infinite number of possibilities. So my recommendation is pick one size. Pick one size, whichever one you think is going to be best for your supplies. Take it home, build them, and try all the things. Try your cards, try your stamps, give them a try. Make this be your little test drive set. And then once you figure that out, you can figure out how many you need and if you need bigger or if you need smaller. So Ellen says her apartment isn't a showroom for IKEA. So maybe that'll be a homework assignment for Ellen at some point, is to take all of our samples home and do a photo shoot of where it's going to fit in that IKEA showroom. Or better yet, maybe we have to take a field trip to IKEA and just play with their furniture. They're going to think we're crazy, but when we tag them and give them some great social exposure, they will thank us. I'm a lot excited about these boxes.
Yes.
I never thought I'd be so excited about boxes, but we love Tiffany. We love the TWO brand. We love how strong and sturdy these are. We have right now we've just put Post-its on them to break them up because our label maker ran out of label tape. But that is our long-term plan, is we are going to label these so that we know, and you could label them. This is for my birthday cards, and this one is for my Christmas cards, and so on and so forth. The other thing I know from previous Totally Tiffany world is you can write with a Sharpie on these. So if you know 100% this box is going to be used for this purpose for now until the end of time, you could just take a Sharpie. And if you've got nice handwriting, so I'd probably call Darlene to come and write my labels for me, but you can write them right on here. That is the other tip that I always used to give with Slide Stash and Store. What I recommend when you build the box, take a Sharpie and just on the bottom in the top right-hand corner, write that this is E or A or C or D for Darlene. That way, if you need to go and buy more, you don't have to remember, because we all have trouble with our memory and knowing which one is which. So this way, if you write on the bottom and say, okay, I need 2 more packs of E because I need to fill my drawer, it'll just make your life a whole lot easier. Take it from someone who has used and reused again the Slide Session store. I'm excited to get these into my craft room, but writing what letter on it is the best for your memory. All right, that was all the excitement for today. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Do I have a thank you? Well, there we go. We're the Paper Crafters Workshop. Thank you for joining us for What's New tonight. I don't know if we're going to have a What's New next week or not. We will be in full Scrapfest prep and pack up. So it really all depends on what comes in between now and then, and if we're up to our eyeballs in boxes or not. Watch social media. If we get this, if we do have enough to show, then we will post and we will share it with you. And otherwise, we look forward to seeing you in St. Mary's. We look forward to seeing you in Kitchener. Yeah. And then when we get back, we look forward to seeing you back here in Stouffville. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for the full hour. Matt didn't think we had enough to show tonight, but man, we filled that hour. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening and go enjoy what's left of that sunshine.